Hello everybody, welcome to Zoe's Treasures. My name's Tracy, and as always, I'm here with my husband Noel. He does our graphics, handling our cameras in the background. Good morning, a monster mama. Welcome in. Y'all, this is our reverse auction. We haven't done one of these for probably 3 or 4 months, so I'm super excited. Good morning, Trish. If you are new to reverse auctions, let me tell you how this works. I also put the instructions in the show notes, so you can always refer back to there, along with today's rewards card numbers. So if you have any of those rewards cards, make sure you check out the show notes to see if you can get $8 off anything you purchase in the show. So the way a reverse auction works, you will see 25 items in our auction tab. They're listed at a price. That is our first starting price. What I do is I bring the item up, I'll describe it to you. And then we'll say, okay, $50, whatever the price is. And if that price sounds good to you, first of all, I will say it verbally and I will type it in the chat. If that price sounds good to you, that you're like, hey, yeah, I like that starting price, you put an R in the chat and I run it at that price, and it is open to bidding from anyone in the room. If I'll wait a couple of seconds, if I don't see any R's, I'll drop the price a little bit. And we repeat that process to a floor price, an undisclosed floor price, where then the item goes away. So the price will drop a couple of times. Sometimes it may be 2, sometimes it may be 5 price drops. Who knows? It's going to drop. And again, when you hear or see the price in the chat that you want the bidding to start at, if you want to beat the competition, pre-bid now. Thank you, Liz. Put an R in the chat, and that's the price, that's the starting price I will run it at. And then the other important part is, when it's running, when I start the auction, at that point it is fair game to everybody in the room. It is open for bidding at that price. Now, we're going to run in order. I have 1 through 25. We only do 25 items because this is a process here. So we do 25 items. If I run something and nobody bids on it, that's fine. We put it aside and I don't bring it back out. Forgotten memories, hello. So it's not that I don't bring it back out. If it's requested, I will run it again, but I will run it at the price that is showing in the listing. So we only do the reverse auction countdown just once. Fairy lamp, swung vase, thank you so much. Yes. Okay, my husband's telling me I'm missing a comment. No. Thank you. No, excuse me. No, honey, that's not what that means. Thank you so much. All right, let's get moving. My husband's talking to me. I'm trying to handle too many things at once. All right, so we're going to get started. And all you need to do is watch 1 or 2 and you'll catch right on if you're new to this. Pete and repeat, good morning. All right, let me get what not to work and go up to the top of my list here. Scrolling. All right, so the first item up today is an Imperial Glass Marigold Carnival butter or cheese dish. Look at this beauty. Now, I've also tried to note any call-outs. I really inspected these items, so I will tell you the call-outs too if I see any. I've also tried to note them in the description along with any measurements. So you guys should have really good information there. So look at how beautiful this is. I love the detail on here. It is all of those roses. I guess they're marigolds technically. I don't know. All of the flowers going all the way around. This guy has a little surprise too. So no chips or cracks, no flea bites around the inside of this rim. And then we have the bottom plate here. So I do mark any flea bites with some painter's tape to remind myself. We do have a tiny little chip right there. We're going to show you up close so you know exactly what you're looking at. Southertron, thank you so much. Good morning. All right, right there, I don't know if you can see it, there is the tiniest of little chips on the rim. That is the only call out on this beauty. So let me put it here, and let me show you the other little fun part about this. Well, this guy holds a little surprise with that top glowing. Look at that glass up there, the glow on that. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of glow around the edge of the saucer. So let's go ahead and start this reverse auction. So we're going to start this one at 35. Let me get my typing finger. So we're going to start at 35. We'll give it a minute. And, oh, there it goes. My husband's typing same time I am. Give it a second there. And we'll go to 33. No, we don't. I don't allow promoting while I'm selling. If that's what you're asking, sorry. 30. The color is like it's like an orangish gold color. It is marigold. The color is marigold. So maybe the marigold in the title. We're going to go down to 25. So 25, if you like bidding, start at 25, put an R in the chat. So it is a orangish color, but it has that carnival where you're going to see the reflections of other colors once it gets under the light. And 22. All right, thank you so much for looking at that one. We're going to move on to our next item. So now the way that works, since we've run through one item, if anybody is interested in that, or people come in later in the show and they're interested, I will be happy to pull that back out, but we'll run it at the price that is listed. All right, this next one, you guys, I have been holding on to this next item for quite a while, waiting for this show because I think this is a really cool item. If you like ephemera or you like kind of like the antique-y stuff, this is for you here. I could not find a date on this, but just going by the style, you could tell that this is definitely an antique, very old. This is a leather Bible. So, and I'm going to show you up close because we do have some call outs on here. So let's show it from the top and then we'll go from the side. But all the brown here is leather. You can feel it. It is so beautiful. Are we going to show from the top? All right, let's just show from the side then if that top camera is not working. All right, so this is all leather, and then you have brass corners and brass edging all around the edge of the book there. You can see that the clasp is gone. This is so stunning for an antique Bible. It is on, let me get it back here, on the other side too. Now the call-outs are on the spine. This is old. The spine is hanging on with just the barest threads here. I will show you that. Let me do this very carefully, and then I'm going to show you the inside. There you go. You can see the spine, so you can see the disconnection on there, barely hanging on in the middle. Let me show you the other side too, so you can both sides. And this one's on there a little bit better. And then the inside, let's do the inside. Look at that. It is a Bible. That print is really small. I could not find a date on this. Yes, rusty, crusty, old Bible. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start that one. Let's do, since we don't have a pre-bid on that, let's start this at 37. So, antique Bible, leather bound with brass corners and brass edging. I'm just trying to be so careful with it. It is so delicate and so old. Absolutely stunning piece. We're going to go with 34. So if you are just joining, we are doing a reverse auction. When you see or hear the price that you would like bidding to start at, that's where we start. You put an R in the chat. 32. Thank you, Liz. 30. 27. Run it at 27. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Southern Charm. And when we run an auction, we do 10 seconds with a 3-second restart, and it is open for anybody to bid. That is going right now at $24. Thank you for your bids. Ranchan finds that is heading your way. Congratulations. That is a really cool piece. I'm almost sad to see it go. Like I said, I've been hanging on to that for quite a while. All right. If you like pottery, we have a pair, not just one, but we have two Beaumont Brothers birds. I'm having a hard time talking. I think I'm coming down with something pretty soon. All right, let's take a look from the side so you can see these gorgeous pieces. Beaumont Brothers is a super expensive pottery, sometimes hard to get your hands on for a reasonable price. And here we have two of these gorgeous birds. They are in great shape. Let me see if there we go. I did not notice any call outs on them. I'm going to turn them around so you can see them, and then I'll show you the signatures. So they are the same birds. We're going to give you two different views here, a front and a back. And let me show you those signatures on the bottom. So we do have the signature BBBP, Beaumont Brothers Pottery, and the date is, oh, I'm having a hard time reading the date. I think it says 78, or is that 98? That might be 98. I'm having a hard time reading it, but the date is on there. 98, there we go. All right, so we're gonna get those. They are up, they started at 28. We will do the first price drop down to 26. $24. You're getting both Beaumont Brother birds. Run it at 24, absolutely. Thank you so much. And they're going right now, open for bidding. Thank you for your bid. $10 Mile Studio, congratulations. Thank you very much. What do we have going on next? Let's see, we have a tumble up. So, thank you. We have a tumble up. So this is a vintage Japan ceramic tumble up. I love these. I just love the whole concept of putting this next to your bed. This is probably more for decor, even though it is fully glazed and could be used if you would like it to be used. So a tumble up is a classic pitcher with your cup that goes upside down on top. So it creates a gorgeous little piece just to look at. Me too. The colors are just, they're everything on this one. If you like the MCM type vibes, this is totally that vibe. Let me show you up close. There are, the only call outs are on the cup, which I will show you. And they're consistent with age. They're not even real like call outs. So let's take a look from the side. Oh, Skittles. Well, welcome to your first reverse auction. All right, so look at all those beautiful flowers there. Absolutely stunning piece. So this is your pitcher. We do have, what does that say? Oh, I can't even read that on the bottom. Japan, made in Japan on the bottom there. So there's your Japan stamp. You have that top. And then I'm going to show you the cup real quick and we'll bring both pieces back. So now you have your cup with the same design. The cup does have some staining and some crack lines showing at the top, very consistent with age. So let me show you up here. You can see the staining inside. That is all staining on the cup. And if I turn it, let's see if we can find it. There you go. You can kind of see like little crack lines starting, very consistent with age. So that is what the only call out is. Again, it's more of a gorgeous decor piece. And we're going to go ahead and start that at 25. So if you're just joining, as soon as you hear or see the price that you would like to start bidding at, you put an R in the chat. It is, I wouldn't even use it. I would keep it as an art piece. 23. Oh, it would, yeah, you take this off and just think about, just put your flowers in there. That would be absolutely stunning. And then you can use the cup as a complimentary piece somewhere. 20. $18. $15. And thank you for looking at that one. Let's go on to our next item. We're on a roll. We're booking through these today. We are number 5. All right, I got to move the riser here. This next item is super unique. Tell me if you guys have ever seen one of these before. I've heard about them, but this is the first one I have ever seen. So this is a Asian tiered like picnic box or lunch box. We do have a couple of call outs, so I'm going to make sure I show you the call outs. It is good to see you too. Thank you. Okay, so look at this. First of all, you know what's really cool about this? This top part is a crock. And this is actually a box that, hold on, let me figure out how to, oh, it doesn't go down. It goes like this. So the top comes off, and that is a crock right there. So that is a piece of pottery. You can just set this on a shelf, like set it down on a shelf, like lean against something, and have a piece of art just like that. So that is the top part. We do have a little bit of a call out here. We have a little bit of a crack right there. This is a lacquer. So all around the outside is lacquer, and then you have your painted crock in your Asian type of design. So that is the top. Then you have another layer here. What a great sewing box, or just a place to put your goodies. And then you have the bottom piece. So you have two different trays, and they fit in there together. We're going to show you because there's also such a gorgeous pattern going around the outside. And then this piece fits on there. All right, so the other call out I want you to be aware of is right up there. You can see on that handle, I don't want to let go of this right there. That is a lacquer that is missing, just a small little piece of the lacquer that is missing. So let's take a look from the side really quick so you can see all the gorgeous, it has like books on there, just such a pretty, look at that design. How stunning is that? The little books wrapped up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and, which way are we doing it? We're gonna show it from the top. We're gonna go ahead and start this one. We're gonna do the first drop down to 80. It's such a unique piece. If you like unique stuff in your house, this is a unique one. $75. And if you're interested in any of the items, you have plenty of time. You can always do, yeah, as a sewing box, you can always Google Lens them. So anything coming up, you should have plenty of time if you want to check some comps out for yourself. We're going to go 65. $50. And thank you so much for looking at that one. All right, our next item up is, and y'all look at, I got my cheer shirt on, cheer mom. As soon as this is over, I'm heading to a cheer competition, gonna go support my daughter and cheer her on. Are there two number 11s? Can I not count? Probably not. Oh, hold on, let me just type in 11 and see. It's not even coming up. Oh, let's do 0, 1, 1. No, I only see one number 11. I think we're good. All right. Thank you so much. Let's see, who said that? Skittles, thank you so much. Okay, let's go to our next item here. I do see a pre-bid on something. We're going to get to it very soon. All right, let's do the perfume bottle. I fell in love with this. Now, I love anything with birds on it. What did I do with my riser? Here we go. I love anything with birds. And if you collect perfume bottles, this is a super unique one. So this is hand-blown glass. It is a dark, deep purple glass on the bottom. And then the top of it, you have this frosted, I'm going to say it's a hummingbird because that's what it looks like to me. This hummingbird stopper. And it looks like the hummingbird is just getting some nectar from that flower. It is in perfect condition. This is nice and smooth. A lot of times we'll see stoppers with cracks. This has no cracks in it. Oh, that's pretty bright. No cracks in it at all. Then you have a crackle glass looking base here. So it has that reminiscent of all like what crackle glass would have. So you can see all the little lines going all the way through there. There is your pontil on the bottom. It is from the Glass Art Studio. Such a stunning piece. And not only do you have that, but that purple glass, as typical for purple glass, lights up nice and green. So we're going to start our first drop at this one at $30. It is nice and glowy. Now the top doesn't glow, that's a frosted glass, but that purple glows like crazy if you put it under a black light. So just a fun little surprise. Such a beautiful perfume bottle if you collect perfume bottles. $28. 25. There is no cracks, there's nothing wrong with this that I've been able to find. So the crackle is actually crackle glass. It is made to look like that. So they're not like cracks like from age or damage or anything like that. It is actually designed that way. 22. 19. Thank you so much for looking. And oh, you guys, I do not know how I forgot to mention this. Oh, run it at 19. Absolutely. I turned my back too quick. All right, let's go ahead and run it at 19. Thank you so much for that. Okay, it is going now. And I forgot to I put 13. Okay, there you go. You get a better deal. I hit the wrong key. Congratulations. Free shipping. There you go. My husband I forgot to mention free shipping today. Skittles Treasures, congratulations. That is heading to you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this Fenton piece here. We're all familiar with these. We have seen these before. This is a Fenton iridescent bird. So pretty. It is a soft peachy pink color. Let's show you from the side. There you go. Look at the peachy pink. And it is the iridescent. So when the light gets on there, I'm not sure if we can kind of see it here, but you can see like greens and yellows when you have a good light kind of shining on there. It is a stunning bird. I have felt all over every single edge, the beak, the tail, and I have not seen, thank you so much. It's for my daughter's cheer team today. I have not seen or felt any cracks or chips on this guy, so I think he is in wonderful condition, or she, I don't know, whatever you want to call her. We do have half a Fenton sticker. It is somewhat worn. Oh, no, that's okay, Skittles. So half of a Fenton sticker there, so you do know it's authentic. It is in wonderful shape, and it reflects the prettiest colors when you have that light shining on there. We're going to go ahead and start that one at 30. If you're just joining, welcome into our reverse auction. We do have, it does not glow. This one doesn't glow. We do have instructions on how this works in the show notes, but basically just watch us go through one. If you see the price or hear the price you want bidding to start at, you just put an R in the chat. Let's go to 27. $22. Excuse me. $20. Run it at 20. I will. Thank you so much. And hold on. It is running right now. It does not glow. It has no glow, and there is free shipping. Anything that glows, I've tried to note it in the description, and I will also make sure I show you with the black lights. Kelly's Lighthouse, thank you so much. That is heading to you. I appreciate you guys. All right, these next two plates, I kind of got a little geeked out when I found these at the antique store. Super excited about these plates. So these are Incolay Studio collector plates. You're going to get both of them. I can't bear to separate them, so they're going to come as a set. They are both signed by the artist. And look at these. So this one is called A Thing of Beauty. And this is like applied on there. So when I was researching these, Incolay is a type of it's kind of a type of a resin that they would use around in the 70s. They do look like cameos, don't they? And that's what, in real life too, that's what it reminds me of, like when you're looking at it in real life, because I know sometimes on cameras things may look a tad bit different, but they do look like cameos. And so it is applied on there, so it is like a 3D, and this is just the most beautiful love scene. And then you have the back of it there. It's gold colored, but it tells the story about it. And this one is signed. Where is this one signed? Oh goodness, let's see if I can find it. Oh, right here. This one is signed. We have her signature right down here. So that's the artist's signature. And that one is called A Thing of Beauty. And then this is my favorite. This is She Walks in Beauty. Look at this. She walks in beauty. How gorgeous is that? This one really does remind me of a cameo. We have the artist's signature right down here on the bottom. So that is somebody signed it in Sharpie, and the artist also signed it right here on the item. So absolutely beautiful. It says sculptured by Gail Bright Appleby, first in a series of limited edition plates, The Romantic Poets, in solid incolay stone. 1970s. So these are from the 70s. I'm going to hold both of them up. I can't hold both of them up. Which way are we doing this? You got it? Okay, we're going to hold it like this. My husband's going to show it from the top. We're going to start this one at, again, it's for both plates with free shipping, $55. You can hang it. Let me show you on the back here. You do have a little spot where you can hang them. And let's go down to 50. You get both plates. $45. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining, welcome to our reverse auction. 40. And thank you for looking at those. Let me get these back on the stand back here so you can still see how beautiful they are. Oh, run them? All right. I need to wait a minute, don't I? Am I going too fast? I'll slow down for just a second there. All right, we're going to run these at 40. You're going to get both plates at 40. It is open for bidding right now. Thank you so much for requesting that. Thank you for your bids. And Kelly's Lighthouse, congratulations, those are heading to you. If you were just joining, we have free shipping today too.
Thank you.
So I used to do free shipping. I backed off of it, but on the shows, our reverse auction, I think free shipping, we're making an event out of it. So we are doing free shipping. Okay, so this next one is vintage, but it's antique style. So it's a Victorian antique style swivel frame. And I love the look of it. If you were into granny core, anything like that, this is perfect for it. So this is probably like a, not a resin, like some type of a plastic, this part here. The rest of this, I'm pretty sure it is wood. It does swivel. It is a frame. I'm going to show you on the back of it here. So you can take it off. You can put whatever photo. If you have a mirror of that size, you could probably figure out how to make this into a mirror. I really like this piece. It is kind of moody. We're going to just put it like this. We're going to go ahead. Which way do you, all right. My cameraman's telling me what to do over here, giving me instruction. We're going to go ahead and start that one at 16. $14. $10. And I'll run it at 10. And that's going now. Thank you so much. And Rose Bucket Finds, congratulations. Thank you so much for that purchase. Okay, the next one is going to take me a bit to get up here. It is a big set. So keep in mind, free shipping today. This is a whole canister set. Now this is pretty old. It's been around for a while. It's a Czechoslovakia canister set. In the description, I put every piece that it comes with. Did you get it? Oh, good. I'm so glad that you like it. So I put every piece that it comes with, and I've tried to put every single call out. Well, welcome to your first reverse auction. If you're just joining and you're like, okay, what are we doing here? What's going on? Check the show notes, and you can also watch one of these runs so you can kind of see it. You watch one, you get the hang of it. So we have a whole set here. Coffee. The coffee does not have a lid on it, so no lid on that one. Then we have oatmeal. We do have a little bit of chippy on the lid, so most of the lids have a little bit of chippy. This one is right here, there's a small chip. So typical from use and age. So we have an oatmeal container. We have a tea. Again, some chippy on the lid. So I always put my painter's tape to remind me of where my callouts are. We have a tea container. We have sugar container. Look at this. You're going to get the whole set here. We have the sugar. This is Czechoslovakian pottery. We have a little chippy there. And again, like I said, almost all of them on the lids have little on the inside from being used. So you get the sugar. We have 2 spice jars. These are in great condition. We do have one small crack line only shown on the outside. So what is this? Clover? No, ginger. So you have ginger and clover with little lids that come off. So you have little spice jars. How cute would these be just to use in different places around your house? And then you have an oil. Your oil does have small, again, all around the rims we have little chippies. We have oil and we have vinegar. Look at the vinegar. There you go. Even the lids are ceramic. This is the whole set. You're bidding on the whole set. We're going to go ahead and get that going. Again, it is free shipping, you guys. This right here is going to probably take me 2 or 3 boxes. Easy. We're going to go ahead and start that one at 60. See if I got it right. Yep, I can't see my numbers on the screen. 60. Good morning, Old May New Creations. It's been a while. How are you doing? $50, and you're getting all of the pieces. If you missed the description when I was going through, it is written in the listing. We do have some chippiness, mainly around on the lids, usually on the inside from people actually using them. This is Czechoslovakian pieces. Oh, they're all ceramic. I thought they were pretty darn cool. 45. Thank you so much for y'all coming in and hanging out on our reverse auction. We only do these every few months, so today's it. Good morning, Sabaloo. Hello, hello. All right, thank you for looking at this. I'm just going to move these quickly out of the way since there's so many pieces. So we are nearing about halfway through. We are going in order 1 to 25. If we're about to do number 11. If there is anything that we have already run that you are interested in, you can tell me, and then at the end, after we do number 25, we will run it again, but we will run it at the listed price. We only do the countdown 1 time, so we go backwards 1 time. All right, we have already a pre-bid, so we're just going to run this. Let me tell you about it, and we're going to run it as is. This is an antique hair receiver, and it glows like crazy. We're actually going to put this one in the black box for you to see, but we're going to start here so we can describe it to you. So it is your hair receiver. The top of it is metal. I do not know what type of metal this is. It is heavy. It does absolutely have some weight to this piece here. And look at how gorgeous. It has like little bows or little flowers going around there. It looks like the stems. There is the inside of it. And then you have this piece. The visual interest here. All of these cuts all around there is so absolutely gorgeous. Just a stunning piece here. Let's put this in the black box because I want you to be able to see the glow on this. Because this thing lights up so pretty. Let's switch over to that black box. Look at that glow. How gorgeous is that? We're going to go ahead and just get that going right now. And that is running at $26. Thank you so much for your pre-bid on that one. My favorite glowy glass is clear glass. Thumpy40, thank you. That is heading to you.
Thank you.
My absolute favorite is the clear glass that glows because you don't expect it. And then you put the light on it and you're like, wow, check that out. How cool is that? Okay, let's move on to our next item. This is a pear. I have been, yours too, Sabaloo? Yeah, because to me it's always a surprise. Like you see uranium, you expect the glow, you know it's coming. But clear glass, you don't always know. So this next one, free shipping, and it's a pair. I have been on this journey of bundling and offering higher value instead of just separating everything apart. So look at these. Hand blown, cobalt blue, hand painted vases. It is a matching pair, ruffled edges. I could not find any chips or cracks on these. 14 inches tall. These are good tall vases. You're going to get both of them. Beautiful flowers. They are huge. They are. Look at this. I mean, like compared to my head, they're like big. Everybody compares to their head. Look at that. All right. And if you don't like flowers and you're like, you know what, I just need a change of scenery, it's plain on that side. So I'm going to show you the flower side. We have both of them listed right now at $65. We're going to do our first drop down to $59. Absolutely beautiful. I love the ruffled top on there. Stunning. Oh, I didn't even show you the bottom. The bottom, they are hand blown. You can see we have rough pontil marks down here at the bottom. So it kind of gives you a little more validity. Exactly. Thank you, Liz. I don't do free shipping as much as I used to. So let's go 55. And this is for both. You are getting both. So we're not just doing one or the other. It is a pair because you can't break these up. You need like one on each table, right? So 45. So any big plans? Today, you guys, today Whatnot is going to be popping. We are going to have so much activity because it is zero commission day. So there's going to be so many people selling on Whatnot today. It is the day for buyers to be checking things out. Thank you so much for looking at those. Let's move on to our next item. If you like blue and white, this bowl is amazing. Look at this bowl. This is another one that is in really great condition. I'm not finding anything wrong with it. How stunning is that design? This is your blue and white patterns. It is antique Amari. I just love that centerpiece there. I would put it in some type of holder like this. It's a little heavy, so I don't know about hanging it on a wall because there's some significant weight here. But to put it on a holder and display it like this, so beautiful. And then you have the parts around the edges. We're going to start this one. We're going to go to 50 for our first offer there. And it is a good size. What did I put in there? 12 inches in diameter. And at the outside, it's almost kind of tropical. And look right here. Doesn't that kind of look like a butterfly to you? Does it? I don't know if it is a butterfly. It kind of does look like a butterfly. What do you guys think? Are those butterflies? $45. You have a number 11 Zoe's card. So our rewards card. Liz, you think they're butterflies? Yeah, I think they are too. But they're kind of abstracty butterflies. So if you have our rewards cards, you want to switch back to me real quick so I can talk about it? These are Zoe's Treasures rewards cards. We drop these into boxes. So each card itself is worth $2. So it's a $2 coupon on every card. There is a code on the back of the card. You put that code, go down whichever direction is your wallet. You put that code in your wallet and it'll automatically be applied to your next purchase. Now, in the show notes, as you start to collect these, each show I have different combinations of numbers worth different values. So if you look in the show notes today, there are 3 cards listed. If you have those 3 cards, you can save $8 on anything you buy today. So every show that you come to of mine, I always have, if you look in the show notes, different combinations of numbers worth different value amounts. But each card in itself is worth $2 off. All right, so we're going to go back to this one. I forget where we left off because I started running my mouth. We left off at what, 45? All right, let's do 40 for this bowl. So if 40 sounds like a good starting point for you, we're going to go ahead and run that at 40 if I see an R in the chat. Let's do 33. And the back of it there, it's just like a little mark. I can't read it. It's looks like an Asian, like a Chinese character is what it looks like. So I don't know what it says. All right, thank you for looking at that one. Let's move on along to our next item. Ooh, this is the candy jar. Look at this one. What did I do with my riser? I keep moving it. I put it in the black box. All right. Amberina glass. Does anybody like Amberina glass? We have a Daisy and Button Amberina Ellie Smith candy jar here. Look at her in all her glory. That ruby red, that gorgeous. And I said it was Amberina. And look at that glow down there at the bottom. You have that gorgeous orange. Tiny bit, just a tiny bit up there on the rim, if you can see that. But that bottom lights up with that orange. This is a stunning, stunning piece. There's your top. I was not able to find anything wrong with this. 5.5 inches tall. With that gorgeous Amberina glow. We had it starting at 75. No call outs on this one. Let's go down. We'll say 65 for our first price with free shipping. $55. And I'm going to get a drink of water. The thing with reverse auctions, you know, we talk a lot on regular shows. I feel like I talk more. My husband probably wouldn't say that. He'd be like, no, you never shut up anyways. 45. And thank you for looking at this one. Let's go to, what is next? This one, think about how elegant this looks. This guy glows too. This is the epitome of elegance right here. Everybody needs a cruette set. It makes you feel fancy. Well, what's really cool about this one, so I'm going to tell you about it, then we're going to show you it, like all the pieces. I'll hold them up and kind of show you as I talk. You're going to get all of these pieces. It is a silver-plated holder, and then you get 4 pieces to it. So you get 2 cruettes that look like this. Both of the stoppers are in great shape. And this was made by, and I put it in there, Gorham Manufacturing Company. I did a little research, and you know what's cool about Gorham Manufacturing Company? Is they made cruettes and items like this, kitchenware type items for steamboats, trains, and hotels. I thought that was pretty neat. So this wasn't made for household use. This is a shaker. And then you have a little serving set here where you get your spoon. It opens up and you have your little spoon in there, which comes out. All of these pieces glow. We have one item that may be a call out, may not be a call out. Let's see if I can find it on here. I think it's on this one. You can see there's a design on here. The edges of these, they have like little cutouts. They're really gorgeous little cutouts. This one is a little rough. I can't see it with the naked eye, but I feel a little roughness with my finger. So that is the only call out. I'm going to put this in the glow box for you because I want you to see this. But before I put it in the glow box, can you switch back? I'm sorry, I wanted to point out something. Before I put it in the glow box, I want to point this out. Look at the detail on here. Those are like little guys, or women. I think they're women because it looks like they have hair like ponytails. Look at that detail and then the detail on the feet. This isn't just a plain holder. This is a super fancy holder. And let me show you what this thing does when you get it under some black light. Look at that. We're going to try to, there you go. How gorgeous is that? We're going to start the first markdown at $100 for that. Fancy brunch, tea, impress your mother-in-law when she comes over. All of that. Just how gorgeous just to put something so different in your glow case, right? 85. 4, you get the 4 pieces. One's a shaker, 2 like cruettes, a little server, like I would think that would be for jams or some type of condiment, maybe mustard or something like that. 75. 70. Thank you for joining through the. Thank you for joining. If you guys are new, this is a reverse auction. Welcome to Zoe's Treasures. All right, thank you for looking at this one. I'm going to have to try to impress my mother-in-law with that one. All right, let's go. Keep moving right along here. Now, this is a really cool piece. This is unique. I kind of assembled this, but I want you to really think about this one. How cool of a display piece is this? This is a vintage jar that glows. The jar glows. We'll show you the glow on the jar. And I filled it with various vintage watch pieces and watch faces. It is such a fun, let me show you up close, such a fun decor piece. Or if you sell watch stuff, hey, you could just take it out. Yeah, like a steampunk type vibe going on. It is full of all different types of faces and pieces. So we even have like this little, like this has a bunch of little watch pieces in there. So it's like a little tin with a bunch, there's 2 of those. The cases for like pocket watches. And then of course you can see the actual watch faces. And you get the wooden lid. How fun of a piece is this? Just for display purposes. I would totally put this on my cabinet. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy glowing. Let's see if that shows up on the screen there. Look at that, and it glows. So the outside jar glows, really cool. Let's start this off at 32. Now you talk about unique for your glow box. This would be totally unique for your glow box and free shipping. 28. 25. The checkered tin inside. Absolutely. Let's see if we can do that. The checkered one. All right, let's bring this over here and let's see if we can show you. We're going to switch back. See if I can open it. Okay, we're going to go this way. So the checkered tin, it says Ralston something makeup. See if I can open it. There. Oh, don't mean to get you dizzy. There's stuff inside of it. I might have to get my husband to open it. Oh no, here it goes. Hold on. We're getting it. Bear with me. All right, so the inside of that just has a few watch pieces in it. So has like 3 different pieces on the inside. That's what they look like. I'm trying to twist my hand. All right, we're going to do our final time over here in the glow box. Let me stick it back here in the glow box so you can see how cool it looks glowy again. I just kind of threw that lid on there. And let's do, I forget where we were, so we're going to go 25. And thank you for looking at that one. All right, if you are just joining, we're doing a reverse auction. We are on number 17. We have 25 items. Any of the numbers we have already done. If you're interested in, let me know. And once we finish up with 25, we will go back and we'll just run them at the price shown. So if you're coming in and you weren't here from the beginning and you missed something and you're like, oh, I really want it, just let me know. Okay, so this is a swung vase. This next one up, it is a clear swung vase. And people are like, clear glass. Yeah, but clear glass is cool. First of all, look at this. It is free shipping and this thing is tall. Beautiful swung vase. There are some very small flea bites on the bottom. Down here, let's see, where is it? I know I felt it when I was feeling, like right here I can feel roughness. I'm not seeing any like chips or anything, but I can just feel it with my finger when I run my finger around the rim. That is the only call outs. And just look at this. It almost looks like a stretch vase, like this was stretched up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. On every other panel, you have this gorgeous design. And of course, you have this top that's just so fun to look at. And not only that, this guy does not fit into my black box, but it glows like crazy. The whole thing is a glowy vase there. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to say 60 to get that going. Look at that glow. Now, mind you, we have overhead lights on and a big like camera light on still, and you can still see the glow with all of our lights on here, and free shipping. 16.5 inches tall. That is humongous. $50. If 50 sounds like a good starting price for you, you can throw an R in the chat and we'll run it at 50. When I do reverse auctions, I feel 16.5 inches. Thank you. Yeah. When I'm doing reverse auctions, I feel more like a game show host than I do like natural hanging out with people. I feel very game show host like for some reason, only on reverse auctions. My husband says, do this. Oh yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it go. All right, what did we do? We did 50. Let's do 45. And thank you for looking at this beautiful piece. Let's move on to number 18. This one, you guys, okay. If you're a collector, if you know anything about, if you like advertising things, I got you. I got you covered here. This is one of the coolest pieces that I think I'm bringing to you today. Here we go. This is a display stand, a general store display stand for tea berry gum. So the general stores would have it, and it's an advertising display stand. So they would put this like in the windows or on the counters to advertise the gum. And it actually says Clark's Tea Berry Gum. Okay, let's see if we can see it. There you go. All around the bottom here, it is labeled Clark's Tea Berry Gum. It's like engraved in there or etched in there. I'm not sure what the proper terminology is. And it is clear glass. This is crazy old. Yes, it is. And such a unique piece of advertising history. There is a call out right here on this corner, on the bottom where my finger is. There is like a little chip. It's kind of like a flat little chip right there on the corner. That is the only call out. But not only is it like this, it's antique glass, you guys. You know what antique glass does. This is from the 1920s. Let's look and see what antique glass does. It has a glow like crazy. We're going to go ahead and start this at 110. If you're interested at 110 for this one, look at how that word, the gum, pops out, like the tea berry gum name down there at the bottom pops out when it's under that black light. $95. This is not one you're going to see very often. This is definitely a very unique piece. 85. So I didn't even see this at a antique store. I actually purchased it from somebody who was an advertising collector. So I got it at auction from somebody who had a huge advertising collection. 75. And thank you for taking a look at that one. That's going to sit right there, and we're going to put something beautiful on top of it in a little while. Thank you so much, Liz. It was totally cool. Like, I've been geeking out about that one for quite a while. So you guys, for this auction and for my Bougie for a Buck auction, which I have coming up in May, I collect things for months on end to bring to you, because it's usually all of like the more rare, unique, harder to find, or just very higher end items. So today is the reverse. Bougie for a Buck is next month. I'm going to have items very similar to this that I'm running all for $1. So we're kind of flipping it around. All right, brass. Yes, this piece is heavy. You can get a workout. You can like do curls with this piece. Look at how gorgeous this is. So we have a wooden. What is this part? This is the pestle. and this is the mortar. I always get them mixed up. We have a wooden pestle, and then we have this brass. It is heavy. Eagle head handles. I mean, I don't even think I need to say any more. Let's see this up close. Let me pull it back. Eagle head handles. Look at the detail on that. And of course, you've got the beautiful detail here. Stunning, stunning piece. And then let me show you the inside. Is that a warthog? Is that what that is? Oh, cool. I didn't even notice that. It is.
Liz, she hid that from me because she knew that I was going to take it if I saw it.
All right, let's go ahead and run. Oh, we're not running. We're going to say our first reverse price is $50 on this one. First reverse price is $50. $46. $42. Free shipping, and it is heavy. You misplace your dumbbells, you can just grab this, get your daily workout in. Thank you so much for looking at that gorgeous piece. What do we have going on next? Do you like glow? Do you like gorgeous, beautiful glow? First of all, you don't even need to know that this glows to think it is absolutely stunning. Look at this bowl. This is Fostoria glass. It is etched. We have a floral all the way around the outside. Look at these handles. Are those not just to die for right there? No chips or cracks that I can find. It is 15 inches from the edge of this handle to that one, 9.5 going across. Look at how beautiful that is. Perfect condition. Think about this on the center of your table. You can put some fruit in there. It is stunning. But it also has a little hidden secret to it, that it glows like freaking crazy. So we're going to go ahead and start that first reverse price at $35. If you guys like this and want it for $35, put an R in the chat. $30. $22. I love how the flowers pop through that green. That is really cool. All right, thank you for looking at this beauty. Now we're getting to the big pieces. We are up to number 21. We're down to our last, what is this, 4 or 5 items, and we're getting to our bigger pieces here. So this one, I got this one at a private pick in Indiana. So when we were in Indiana for a cheer competition, we met up with I Love Discounts, who happened to know a guy who knew a guy type of thing. And they said, somebody we never met, we're given the phone number. So we give him a call, and the guy's like, yeah, I have a whole glass collection. You want to meet me in my storage unit? And I'll show you. Being the very responsible people that we are, we said, sure, let's go meet some stranger in a storage unit in a town that nobody knows where we're at. And we went there and we found gorgeous glass. Thankfully, we didn't, we came out alive. Everything was good. And he had a gorgeous glass collection. And this is one of the pieces I picked up that day. So I've only been on one private pick ever, and that was it. And it has just got it going where I need to meet more people. This is from, I want to say it's Israeli. I cannot pronounce it. Azerbaijan. There you go. My husband knows how to say it. I can't. I put it in the title. 17 inches tall. Look at just the beauty of this. Have you ever seen anything like this? This is absolutely a unique piece. You can use it just like this. You can use it as a vase. Look at the lip on that. It just so beautiful. And then you have the bottom there, and that's what it says. That name down there, it says there on that sticker. And we're going to go ahead, we can't show that from the side. We're going to go ahead and do the first drop on that. 170. If you like that guy and you think it's worth 170, you can put an R in the chat and we will run it. It is like a purplish blue color. I know coloring sometimes on cameras comes across just a tad bit different. And this is, it gets darker as it goes down towards the bottom. It's really stunning. We'll do 160. I love the applied handle. It's just so smooth. It is just very smooth looking. Let's see, where's my riser? My husband's like, put it on the riser. Hello, Bruce. Welcome into our reverse auction. Let's do 145 for this gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I was so excited when I brought this piece home. And we'll do 135. So if you're just joining, welcome to a reverse auction. The way we do this is we start at the price that's shown in the listing and we count down. I'm going to say it verbally and I'm going to put it in the chat. When you see a price that you want it to run at, that you're willing to start your bids at, you put an R and that's what I start the auction at. Thank you for looking at this one. Next up is a Viking piece. Now this is a Viking glass that we married together. I don't know if you've ever heard the term of marrying glass together, but it's when you take two different pieces of glass and you put them together because they fit together. And these two complement each other so well. We have your traditional Viking bird right here. Very traditional. Viking is known for these birds. Typically you find these birds with their tail up. No, that's not going to show it. Let's see. Let me get back here. Typically you find the birds with the tail broken off. I actually have two of these birds in my cabinet that have little chippies on the tail. This guy is not chipped. He is in perfect shape. So you have your lighter color amber top. We have a Viking, original Viking sticker on there so you can see it is original. And just look at how beautiful that bird is. And then we have this gorgeous darker amber bottom. Oh, you thought it was an apple? Yeah, it kind of looks like one, doesn't it? Well, it looks like the bird would be the stem. So then we have this darker color bottom. It is a deeper amber. Together, they look so beautiful. The colors just blend and merge so pretty. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't know that, Bruce. All right, so we're going to start the bidding on this one, starting it out at 160. If you like it for 160, put an R in the chat. Gorgeous Viking piece. You can just put it like this. You can put candy in there. There is so much you can do with this. Oh, it does have a little bit of glow to it. It's not like a stunner glow, but it does have a little bit of orange when you're putting your black light on it. So if you do like glow, if glow makes you think it's cooler, it has a little bit of that orange glow. Let's go ahead and do 150. $140. I love the birds. Like I said, I have a couple of these in my personal collection, not on a candy jar, just the bird itself, which very, very popular Viking pieces. All right, thank you for looking at this one. Up next is, what do we have coming up next, y'all? Let's see here. A Westmoreland. Okay, so these Argonaut. I don't know if you guys have seen these Argonaut pieces. So I'm in love with this green one. I collect milk glass. I have this exact Westmoreland in milk glass. The Argonaut pattern, to me, is one of the best patterns out there because it's so beautiful to look at. Let's show it from the side so you can see the detail. I mean, you have the feet. Look at the feet there. And in the green, it is just stunning. So I've seen them in milk glass. I actually have a clear one that glows coming up in my next glowy show. And now I've seen a green one. But those look like dragons going all the way around it. It is 3 feet, and just anything with 3 feet is automatically better. It just is, trust me on that. And then you have your floral design going around there. I don't think it's floral, I think it's shells, actually. It's not floral. Are those oh, they're dolphins. They look like dragons to me. They're dolphins. Thank you very much. And then, of course, you have the top that has your shell design, and then your handle looks like a shell, too. No call outs on this guy. Oh, hold on, wait, let me make sure. Oh, we do, right here. I just saw one. Tiny little, can you see that little right there? That's the call out. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any others. Nope, just that one. So we just had it. Right there is the only call out on the inside. Absolutely beautiful piece. I love how these ones look. Let's go ahead and do our first, they call them dolphins. They don't look like, I know, I thought they were dragons. And I was wondering in my head, I'm like, are they eels? No, I think they're dolphins. But I was wondering, why do you mix dragons and shells together? But well, now it makes sense because they're dolphins, not dragons. Let's do our first reverse price at 55. If you like this piece at 55. This guy does not glow. No. $45. $35. Well, hello, Zoe. I love your name. It's Zoe. It doesn't get any better than that. That's the best name ever. Run it right now at 35. Thank you so much. We'll do that. 35. And it is up and going. Open to bid. Thank you so much, Kelly. They're dolphin dragons. There we go. Dolphin dragons. We're just going to like make up a whole new breed. Kelly's Lighthouse, thank you so much. And now the fairy lamp. Does anybody here like fairy lamps? Fairy lamps are like, where did I go? Once a show I black out. I don't know why. All right, we have 2 items left. And if there's anything that numbers 1 through 23 that's still listed in the auction tab that you are interested in seeing, let me know. I'll be happy just to run it at the price listed. But we have 2 items. This last one is our fairy lamp. So this is a Fenton blue satin fairy lamp. Typically, these are a 3-piece set. So when Fenton originally, when they came from Fenton, they had 3 pieces. You have your base, you have your top part, which I don't know the technical name. It's the top part. And then normally you would have like a candle holder part that kind of holds this a little more stable in place. I have 2 pieces, so we have priced it according to the 2 pieces. So it is Fenton blue, and it sits a little, there you go, Fenton blue. It is the Persian medallion pattern, which is a little bit harder to find. There are other patterns like a hobnail type one that are a little more common. The Persian one is just a little more unique. So it is a Persian medallion Fenton. There's your Fenton mark. Let's see if we can get that. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Your Fenton mark on the bottom. Fairy lamp. And it has the 2 pieces that it comes with. We're going to go ahead and start it at $145. So if you like it for $145. Was it really just given and you didn't even know? And now look at how people go, like it's such a big thing. Fairy lamps, like everybody wants fairy lamps now. Like that's the craze, our fairy lamps. $135. And I love the Persian one. It's such a different look. Now, if you have those candle inserts, they're super easy to buy. You can always get the candle inserts. That's the easy piece to get. 2 of them and another blue satin. Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's like all the people who had bee boxes and now all of a sudden they're super popular and they're like, wow, I couldn't sell these a year ago. $125. Run it at $125, absolutely. And that is running right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Kelly's Lighthouse, thank you, thank you. And our very last piece today, unless somebody is interested in me running something else, I may have one surprise. We'll see. All right, let's do this last one. I saved what I consider the absolute very best for the very last. I don't know. I think they're all pretty cool. But this is one that I've had a lot of interest in lately. Just in my shows, people have been asking me about this one and was shocked at the price. Yeah, fine lines, absolutely. It's like certain things that it really goes to show that, where's my riser? What did I just do with it? Oh, thank you. It really goes to show that value is determined by the buyer. So some of us will see something and we're like, yeah, I wouldn't pay that for it. And other people will be like, wow, that's such a steal, right? So same thing with all the different things that we see on Whatnot. Okay, we have an Ellie Smith Amberina panel swung vase. This guy is 15 and a half inches tall to the very tippy top here. I have spent quite a bit of time running my finger like this over every little finger of this glass. I have not felt any nicks, cracks, flea bites, anything. It is nice and smooth and gorgeous. Even so on the bottom. And this guy glows. It is called a panel swung vase because it is actually made up of panels going all around here. So you can see and feel it. It looks, on screen it looks very round, but if I turn it, you can kind of see those panels that make it up. And then you've got all of those fingers on top. How gorgeous is that? And of course, it's Amberina. So you know we're going to get, see if we can get the light, we're going to get that glow around the bottom. That beautiful yellow or the orangish bright orange on the bottom. And then it has it right up along the rim, all around, let's see, I don't know if you're seeing it. All around the top of the rim here is the Amberina. Very beautiful. We're going to go ahead and get that one going at 145. If you like it for 145, you can put an R in the chat and I will run it for that. This is a black light. What kind is this, honey?
365.
365. So 135. And let's see if we can get it. It's the it has like a clear edge all around the top of the fingers, and that's what glows. That's what lights up with that orange on this one. You have a vase like that? Oh, and you didn't know? Oh, go check it out. Y'all, this is the most amazing thing. Get yourself a black light. If you're not already a collector and doing this on a regular basis, you'd be amazed at the number of things that glow. But I learned, I got advice, don't ever take this into the bathroom, it'll gross you out. A good friend of mine on Whatnot told me not to do that. And here's the other trick. If you have children or a husband, give them this when you go shopping and it'll keep them entertained for hours. And then you could shop at any antique store uninterrupted. It works, trust me. Works on my husband and the 15-year-old. All right, let's see, what was the last number I popped in there? I start talking and I forget what I'm going to say. 125. If you think 125 is a great price for that, you can go ahead and put an R in the chat and we will run it for 125. And it is free shipping if you're just joining. We're doing free shipping today because our reverse auctions are a special event that we don't do very often. Can you explain the glow and what it means? So different glass, vintage antique glass was made with different chemicals and what they're made for today because the chemicals weren't really safe. So the green glass that you normally see, we're going to go ahead and get this at 115. If that looks great to you, you can put an R in the chat. So the green glass that you see, uranium glass, everybody knows that glows. That's a given. But some of the other glass, I will run that. Thank you so much. Some of the other glass, like this one, has cadmium or manganese in it, which makes it glow. And that was 115. And that is running right now. Thank you so much for that request. So this Amberina, what is that? Cadmium in Amberina that makes it glow. Your purple glass has manganese in it. And boho girl, thank you so much. This is heading to you. That is stunning, stunning, stunning piece.
Thank you.
And that's what makes it glow. So it's pretty cool. And you would be surprised. I pulled out, if you weren't here earlier, this was one we ran earlier. This is where you get surprised at antique stores. You see something gorgeous like this, and you put your light on it, and it glows like crazy. So if we put this in the glow box, you will see that it just pops and lights up a beautiful green. So those of you who don't know a lot about glowy glass, go just start walking around with your black light, and you'd be surprised. All right, you guys, we have gone through our all 25. I'm going to give you a minute. If there's anything you want to see that's still listed, let me know. I'll run it at the price listed. But I want to tell you about my Bougie for a Buck show. I actually pulled out an item from that show. 001. All right, we're going to get right to that, boho. Give us 1 second, we'll run that. So And my Bougie for a Buck show coming up next month, I'm going to have items like the ones I had today, swung vases. I have another fairy lamp, and I have other items such as this that I'm going to be running for $1. We won't be doing free shipping, but it'll be $4.50 at that point. But just to get you warmed up for that boho, I'm reading your name. Get you warmed up for the Bougie for a Buck show. I thought I would run this one at $1 for you, so you can see what we're doing. So let me go ahead and do this one. So first off, this is a beautiful milk glass stretch vase here. We have all the little fingers up there. You got your hobnail down there. It's possibly Fenton, but it is not marked. Absolutely stunning piece. No chips or cracks on this one. And it stands 14 inches tall. Yep, so do what Liz says. Just listen to Liz. And we're going to run this one for $1. We're going to do 15 seconds with a 3-second restart. And this beauty could be yours with free shipping today. Thank you so much for your bids. I think I have the Bougie for a Buck coming up around the mid to end of May. Thank you for your bids. And Boho Girl, you got that piece. Thank you. That is heading your way. Let's go ahead and go back to number 1. Let me just make sure that was the one you requested. Was it number 1? I just want to make sure. Yes, okay. Let me go back to that item and we can rerun that one. Number 1 is the gorgeous carnival glass. Look at this beauty here. We do have one call out as noted. So Marigold Carnival Glass, it is by Imperial Glass Company. Absolutely stunning. The call out that we have is on the inside of this rim. Oh, you're down here. Okay. Right there is a little chip. Let's see if we can see it if I pull it back some. It's really, really tiny right there, right in front of my finger. So that is the only call out. It is absolutely stunning, and it has a little bit of glow. Look at the top of that. That lights up. You get your little rim there, and a tiny bit around the edge of your saucer has some green to it. And that is running 15 seconds, going right now. Thank you for your bid. This is pretty. I have a fascination with butter dishes for some reason. I do not know why. I actually have a antique EAPG one in my kitchen right now. Boho Girl, thank you. Heading your way. And with that, you guys,
Thank you.
We're going to call it a day unless there's any other last minute request. Please check out that Bougie for a Buck show next month. And then the next time I'm on is tomorrow. I am on a raid train. Everything is going to be $1. It is the Yabba Dabba Deal Spring Cleaning Raid Train. It's quite a name. All right. You know what? Before we go, let's. I have about 10 minutes. We're going to just for funsies. We're going to run a couple more items here. Let's do this guy because this one is really pretty. We're going to run this one at. We're going to do it for the price listed, but this is another glowy one. Thank you so much. It's because my daughter has a cheer comp today. We're about to head out in a little while to go see her cheer comp. It is under my name. So if you just go and click on my name, you should be able to do view profile, and that will bring up my shows, and it'll be listed in there, and you can bookmark it. We're going to run this Amberina. This is a daisy and button Amberina Ellie Smith. Of course, Amberina means it has a little bit of that glow going on all along the bottom. Look how beautiful that is. There are no call outs on this one. And that is running right now if you happen to be interested in this gorgeous, gorgeous Amberina piece. Thank you so much for you guys being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you. Let's do this other fun one really quick here. We're going to do 2 more and then I got to go because I got to get the cheerleader to her competition. Large vintage. Oh, thank you. I'm reading, Liz, I'm reading yours like, oh, okay. This piece, if you guys missed it, if you came in after I ran this is so cool. So I took a bunch of old watch faces, watch pieces, pocket watch pieces, and filled up this jar. Vintage jar, has a little wooden lid on it, and the jar itself glows green. It is so cool. Look at that green glow in there. We're going to go ahead and run this. I've just got to find it in my list, and then I can run it. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and run it. And what a cool decor piece to have. And it glows. How neat is that? Will I sell just the 10? Just the 10? I could probably pull the 10 out and still have a cool piece. Let's see here. Just this checkered 10. All right. Let me see. All right. We have the checkered 10. I opened it earlier. We had 3 little pieces in there. How cool is that little checkered 10? It is, what, maybe 2 inches? You can see by, let's put it in my hand so you see the size. All right. Let's see here. Whoop, wrong way. We're going to move it there. Now it should be in the middle of the screen. Let me get down to a listing. Tell you what, we've had a great day today. You guys have been so good to me. We're running that for $1. Right now, it has 3 little watch pieces in it. I have no idea what the pieces are, but if you like it, you can have it. And we'll send it to you for free because it's free shipping. And Fine Lines, congratulations. That's going to you. Thank you so much. And with that, I do have to go. I appreciate y'all being here. I've got to get the cheerleader before I have a 15-year-old coming down here yelling at me. I need to go and get my shoes on and get out the door to take her to her cheer comp. So thank you so much. Y'all hang out on Whatnot today. There's going to be a ton of sellers on and all kinds of cool stuff. You guys, what Liz likes was helping out modding all day. She is another vintage decor seller. She does a lot of stuff, not just vintage, but a lot of vintage. She also does good talk shows. I actually have been watching her since I first started over 2 years ago. Totally recommend. Please give her a like and a follow. Click on her name. Check out her shows. Y'all going to learn a lot. Honestly, you will. She's a straight shooter. She's going to tell you like it is. So with that, have a wonderful weekend, and we hope to see you all very soon. Let's go see who's on. Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. Let's go see TBC Productions. You are in for a good time here. TBC Productions.